What's going on, guys? It's Creed, and they just announced some insane water support, so we got to talk about this. Let's go to the site right now, UGO organization. It's really YGO, but I was trying to say Yu-Gi-Oh. Anyway, Daedalus returns to conquer Atlantis. That sounds so insane, bro. We're gonna take a look at these cards. It's gonna be really cool. I don't know, I can't really tell what this picture is. It looks like Godzilla actually, so it's kind of crazy. But let's scroll down, see what kind of cards we got. All right, the first card is Atlantis Dragon Lord Daedalus. It's a level 7 water sea serpent effect, so this can be searched off of that one, I think fish sonar, I think. So it's like level 7 or higher or something like that. I know it's level 7, so this can be searched off that, so that's actually really good already. You're going to use this card's name 1 and 3 effects once per turn. So the first and third effect only use once per turn. If you control Atlantis, the Dragon City, or Yumi, you can special summon this card for your hand. So that's really good already. It's free special for 7, and I think there's a lot of ways here to get Yumi, I heard. So we're going to see how that goes. This card's name becomes Yumi while in the Monster Zone. That's also a way. So that's going to be Yumi in the Monster Zone, which is kind of crazy. You can send up to 3 face-up Yumi you control. Add an equal number of cards that mentions Atlantis Dragon City from your deck to your hand, except level 7 monsters. Then you can send 1 card on the field to the graveyard. So this has a, like, you can send your own card because on the field, and you can send your opponent's card. So this kind of has a going second-ish kind of thing, but that's kind of crazy. But you can send 3 face-up Yumi cards you control the grave at an equal number of cards. So like you can send, yeah, like assuming you have like, I guess, back row that also says Yumi. It's a field spell. I don't know if it says Yumi yet, but you could obviously, like, if you have more monsters, so you could add a lot except level 7 monsters. It's kind of crazy. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is General of Atlantis. It has I think the other general, I don't know if it was a general, but I think Warrior of Atlantis is what it was called. Basically, I think it's Search Yumi. So I think that's what the artwork is. It looks broken as heck. That looks so good, bro. It's a level 5 water sea serpent, so another sea serpent. It's a level 5. You can use first and third effect once per turn. Okay, you can discard this card. So similar effect than the Warrior of Atlantis because it did the same thing, but this adds the Dragon City from deck to hand, so it's another way to search the field spell. This card's name becomes Yumi on the Monster Zone. Okay, same effect, be Yumi. If this card is in your graveyard and you control Yumi, you can search this card. Okay, so if there's another Yumi on the field, you can search it from the grave, so you can send it off another effect, I guess, because you need Yumi on the field to activate stuff. So you can send this with another Yumi effect, and then if there's another Yumi on the field, you can bring it back. So that's actually pretty good, and it's a level 5. So I'm trying to see if we can incorporate sharks in this. All right, sue me. Okay, I do want to see if it works together. As of now, you're not really restricted into much, but you know the sharks you get restricted into XZ. So I'm trying to see like you can do all this stuff and see if you can still have like a surfacing in your hand or a abyss shark in your hand, you know. But what's this next one here? This next one is, that's a general. This one's called Monstrous Arms of Atlantis. I don't know what this one's based off of. I'd have to see. I think, is it not, is this just like the octopus kinda? Because it has 15 and 12, and that one normal octopus had 15 and 12. So level 4 sea serpent effect. You can use the first and third, same thing. This card's normal or special. You can target 1 monster in your graveyard that mentions Atlantis. I'm just gonna say Atlantis. Special summon in defense. Okay. This card's name becomes Yumi. That's obvious. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can banish this card from your field or graveyard. Send one offensive Yumi control to the graveyard and negate it. So that's actually kind of broken. It's kind of like that one, that illusion monster. It kind of does the same thing because it has a grave monster negate effect in the graveyard. So that's actually kind of broken. And like you can have this on the field, send this with another Yumi effect, and then it will be in the grave now. So now you can use this effect. So that's like kind of good. So like each of these monsters are all treated as Yumi, so that you can like keep using their effects. So it's kind of broken. This one's called Fiendish Vortex of Atlantis. Level 4 water sea serpent, obvious. First and third effect. So the second effect's probably Yumi on the field. If this card's no more special, you can send 1 card that mentions Atlantis Dragon City from your deck to the graveyard, except Fiendish Vortex. Okay, so we'll see how that works. So you can send the other one, because it's already Yumi on the field, and you can special summon from the grave. Where's it? Which one is it? This one? One of them. Yeah, this card's in your grave, you control Yumi special summon card. So you can special summon this one, and like, or like, because it's already, you're using it anyway. to search the field spell. So like, you know, you can no more summon this, and you can summon that back, so then you can start doing stuff. I don't know, but you already start getting monsters on the field, so that's pretty good. And okay, so we'll take that. You'll take that. This special summons from the hand too. This card is sent to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can show Yumi. You can show some water monster from your hand. So this is a special summon from the hand. So you can send this off another effect, and then activate this effect, special summon from the hand. So you don't really lose advantage here. So I like that. That's actually kind of cool. So yeah, you're getting monsters on the field. Oh, now we have a Link monster, a new Link water. This is Blue Ocean Dragon Lord, Neo Daedalus Rage. That sounds crazy. So Link 4, dang, it's pretty high up there. Sea Serpent Link effect, 2900 attack, and it's just like the Neo Daedalus. That's 2900 attack. It's kind of cool. The Link ratings: bottom, middle, and bottom, left, right, and then top. 4 monsters. So this only takes 4 monsters. So this one is not like 2+ monsters, so you can use other Link ratings to count as monsters. This is only 4 monsters. That's kind of crazy. That sounds hard to summon like off rip. So I hope that they make it easier. It looks like you can kind of turbo out monsters, and it says 4 monsters, not like 4 Yumi monsters or something crazy like that, or 4, you know, Atlantis monsters. So I guess that's good. It doesn't even say 4 water monsters, so they try to make it easy to summon, but it's still 4 monsters. So you commit a lot. If this card is Link summon, you can special summon up to 3 monsters that mention Atlantis or Dragon City from your graveyard to zone card monster. So yeah, up to 3, because there's 3 Link ratings, or that it points down. Okay, I mean, so you cannot switch. So this is what you do last. This is the absolute last thing you do. So that means that kind of sucks, that you cannot, like, you can't make this whole board and then go into Xyz plays. So that kind of sucks for sharks. But you know, kind of standalone deck here then, I guess. So if there's a way for you to not lock yourself into Xyz for sharks, which I think there can be, then you can kind of still make some Xyz plays before committing to this. But other than that, it's whatever. It's kind of like what I think Marincess kind of does this, where they like special summon a bunch for Link ratings. And there's that one Malice. Well, it's not a Malice card, but it's a Malice card. It's like the Link 5 that special summons back to the Link zone, so you have all those monsters. So kind of the same thing, except they don't have this restriction, I don't think, or you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn. This card's name becomes Yumi, standard, once per turn. Wait, this says this card's name becomes Yumi while in the monster zone. So does that mean that if it's in the extra monster zone, I think extra monster zone still counts as monster zone, I want to say, because I think if it says extra monster zone, that's only the extra monster zone, but monster zone, that counts too. So I think that's fine. Once real quick, you can send one face of Yumi. You control the graveyard. Send all cards on the field to the graveyard except Yumi. So all your monsters are going to be Yumi, and I presume like if you have any face up spell traps, they should be Yumi too if you're using them. So, but if you have the field spell, I hope the field spell counts as Yumi. I'm not sure. And like any face downs, those all go to the grave. So that kind of sucks for like you having face down. So like you got to really commit to just using this deck, or use your face downs first before you use this effect. So that's interesting. So it kind of takes you to play a little bit a certain way, but it's not the worst, I guess. But interesting, and the artwork looks sick. So that's kind of cool. All right, we got Levia Dragoon Daedalus. These artworks are sick, by the way. I really like the artworks. You know, I just like water types, but the artwork's really good. So Link 3, 2600 attack. This is the regular Daedalus attack, so that's pretty cool. 3 water monsters, so no 2+, it's only 3, so you can only use, you know, have to have those monsters on the field to do this. First and third is effect, so the second, you know, becomes Yumi. This card is Link summon. You can special summon one monster that mentions Atlantis, the Dragon City, from your deck. So it's a free special from deck. That's pretty good. That actually helps a lot, especially when you need monsters to go into your Link ratings. You can't just link up, so you can't just summon one monster and then link up into the 4. You need 4 monsters. So that's good though. This name's for Yumi on the monster zone. During the main phase quick effect, you can send one face of Yumi. You control the graveyard. Your opponent discards their entire hand, and if they do, draw the same number of cards. I think, what was it, Trickstar had this effect with a trap, and they like did it to where they can like draw you to where you can't draw again. I wonder if you can do this with this one. That sounds kind of crazy. Neither player can activate cards or effects in response to activation. I think, does that stop it? No, because you can. I forgot how they did it. Let me know in the comments if you remember the Marincess play, and if that bottom, like neither player can activate cards in response, like stops that. Because I don't know if they flip the trap They did something. I don't remember how they did it, but that's literally what that effect looks like. But I guess it's a way to disrupt your opponent after like search stuff or whatever. But it's not crazy because there's a lot of grave effects, you know. But it's not the worst, you know. But they draw the same number of cards, so it's kind of like they're just getting better draws. Like you could give them a better hand, which is my point. So not the craziest effect, whatever. All right, let's go. Okay, now we're getting to some spells. So this is a field spell. Atlantis, the Dragon City field spell. You're gonna use third effect. This names once per turn. The levels of all monsters in both players' hands and fields are reduced by 1. And hand is crazy. I don't know if the original one did that. I think it was just on the field, or it might have done. No, I think it did do it. And yeah, I think it does do both. But yeah, because I think it did do both, because I think you're able to like normal summon level 5s because it was 4 or something. But yeah, that level modulation, especially currently, has been like disrupting decks, you know, because they have been using levels for like synchro plays and stuff. So that's not bad, and also Xyz plays, so not bad. But also for sharks, we have the level modulation, like a unclassified effect, I would call it, because you know you don't activate it, you just do it. So that doesn't really hurt for sharks, which is pretty cool. You can link summon dayless monsters with 1 less material. That's what I was looking for. Cause yo, 4 monsters just sounds crazy. It looks like you can do it because it looks like you can turbo out a lot of monsters, and it just says monsters and not Atlantis monsters. But that's still sounded like a lot you had to pay to summon these monsters. But that's really cool. So now the link 3 you can summon with 2 monsters. The link 4 you can summon with 3 monsters. That's a lot better. I like that. And the last one, if this card is in your graveyard and you control Yumi, you can place this card based upon your field. Okay, so yeah, so this is not treated as Yumi. So the link 4 would send this to grave, but during your turn, you can bring it back because all your monsters are going to be Yumi. So you can place this back in your field spell. So it does wipe it, but you don't really need it during your opponent's turn anyway, unless like you're using like the kind of floodgated effect for the levels. So okay. I mean, yeah, it works. They did it to where it could work like that. So I see why. I see why it works like that. All right, next one. This is a normal spell. Atlantis Call. Okay, you can use the first second effect thing once per turn. Add 1 monster that mentions Atlantis, the Dragon City, from your deck to your hand. Then, if you control Atlantis Dragon City, okay, which is a field spell, so you have to specifically control the field spell for this part. You can negate the effects of 1 effect monster your opponent controls to the end of turn. So this is kind of a going second-ish activation. So if you have the field spell already, you get additional effects for going second. So it's like, yeah, just like an interruption off rip as long as you have the field spell. So you can activate the field spell, and that immediately kind of scares your opponent, because if you have other effects that do stuff, they give additional effects. So like this one negates and adds. So that's actually kind of cracked just for a spell. That's a strong spell. And the second effect is, if you control Yumi, you can banish this card from your graveyard. All 1 monsters you control currently gain 500. So this is to help OTK. So yeah, this is like a really good going second card too. So like it negates, it adds, and you can have all your monsters gain attack. That's crazy. All right, next one is a continuous spell. You're gonna use this card's second and third effect once per turn. This card becomes Yumi on the field, so it will not get wiped by the link 4, the Neo Daedalus. That's pretty good. So like I said, that actually helps, and you can send it with other effects to activate effects. During your main phase, you can place 1 Atlantis Dragon City or Yumi from your deck face up on your field zone. So this also gets the field spell. So there's so many ways to get the field spell, it's really hard to not see it. Like, that's really broken. Like this is a pretty straightforward deck in terms of getting the field spell on and helping you get your effects, because you do need the field spell to help you. And especially with like link climbing and stuff, you really do need it, especially when you know don't draw anything. I'm trying to look, of course I'm gonna test the deck out and just see like if it has any 1-card combos or whatever, but this looks crazy already, so I really like it. And this one does, it definitely helps. If this card sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 level 7 sea serpent monster from your deck to your hand. So specifically a level 7, so this adds the first card we saw, and that's like a free special, I think, from hand if you control Yumi or something. So you can get that one, level 7 sea serpent. That's actually pretty good. And you send it because you're using it to activate other effects. So this is treated as Yumi, so you can send it to the graveyard to activate another effect, and activate this effect to get a search. So like you can see the snowball of this deck. It's actually really good. And it has a counter trap. And what is that? That artwork looks so familiar. There's a trap. I might pop it up because I think it's like Angus or something. It looks so clean, bro. That shit looks so clean. And it looks so good. Shark artwork is always so good, especially the traps. Like you have that kind of like silhouette. That's so good. It's a counter trap. It's called Daedalus Maelstrom. Sounds so broken. You can only use the first second effect of this card's name once per turn, and only once that turn. So that means could adds 2 broken effects. So let's see. When your opponent would normal or special a monster while you control the field spell, negate the summon, and if you do destroy that monster or monsters, then if you control a water link monster, you can destroy all non-water monsters on the field. So this sucks for like, you can't have like what is it, Kraken on the field. That's kind of like a floodgate, so it does kind of suck to make your opponent's waters. But this is like a solemn warning. So like your opponent does an inherent normal or inherent special, you can blow up the field. So that is pretty good, especially with the other effect. It destroys all non-water. So it's literally kind of like a board wipe in a way for monsters. So you can kind of wait until your opponent commits a little bit more and then just wipe the field. Like when they do an inherent special summon or inherent normal summon. So like you could choose to just stop their normal with this, or you can wait a little bit later, see if they have inherent specials, and then wipe the field. So that's kind of good. I'll mess with it. It's a searchable counter trap. You know, like it meant a searchable counter. Well, actually, no, it's not. Let me see. Yeah. Because it says Atlantis or Dragon City, so you can search this. So that's actually pretty good. That's actually really good. You can banish this card from your graveyard and send one face-up Yumi you control the graveyard, which is like your back row, any of your monsters. So it's really easy to do. Then target one monster your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard. So this one will get wiped by the Link 4 if you don't use it while it's face down. But you can use the second effect in the graveyard. So like even if you have to commit the Link 4's effect, you can still use this effect to target, send a monster your opponent controls, but it's by sending any of your Yumi monsters or your back row. So that's still good. So that they kind of made that with the Link 4's effect in mind. Like sometimes you might have to use a Link 4's effect early or something. So that's pretty good. I like that. That's kind of crazy. And okay, this one's just an alternate art of Fish Sonar. Yeah, this is the card that searches the level 7s or something. I forgot the exact effect, but yeah, this is also a search. So like, you have multiple ways to search and start. So it looks like you could have one card combo or something. I'm gonna definitely play with this deck, but let me know what you guys think, especially like Shark players, guys. I know, whatever, if you guys are in here, let me know what you guys think of this deck. You might be able to play it with some kind of like Shark support in here, but it doesn't look like it's that optimal, especially with the Link 4's effect kind of like stopping you from special summoning. It looks like that's the last thing that you can do, but I like it, and I'm definitely gonna try it out. This looks like a pretty concrete structure style deck that you can, like, you know, play by itself, and it looks really strong, yeah, I'm definitely gonna try it out. Well, let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Creed. I'm out.